right, well, welcome to the next masterclass. I didn't have an introduction, but I'm excited to walk you through some AI for small business best practices. This is a very, very hot topic. It's going to be impossible within 24 minutes and 43 seconds to tell you everything you need to know about AI and the different applications that it has. It's disrupting everything in every industry, but the really good thing is that it's extremely helpful. I know, let's see, who here feels like they have enough time in the day? Not a single hand. That's what I thought. I feel that way too, and AI really is here to help. So I'm going to cover a few things about this buzzword that is known as artificial intelligence. It's something that I use every single day. It helped plan this event. It helped script facilitation guides. It helped with social media captions, email marketing, literally you name it tied to this event. It really helped make our teams, which we have, 8 to 10 total across both of our teams, put on something that really takes a tremendous amount of effort to do. So I'm going to do my best to demystify it, what it is not. I'm going to tell you a little bit about artificial intelligence and then, this acronym known as an LLM, a large language model, what that means. Prompt engineering is very, very important to talk about because, yes, you can go into a chatbot and have a free-flowing conversation, and if you can teach your grandmother how to text, you can teach her how to use AI. But there are some best practices on how to speak to AI to get the best results back. Some use cases. I'm not going to go into really, really difficult and multi-step use cases. I will talk about some of the basics, things that literally tomorrow for free you could do in your business to save you 15-20% of your time, reclaim that back and spend it in the ways that you deserve, that are adding the most significant value to your company. And like Michael, I have no idea how long this presentation is going to take, so I'm going to keep looking at that timer over there, and we'll figure out if it's a 15-minute one or if it's a 30-minute one together. I will show you one automated workflow, so where we go from just text-based, chat back and forth with a chatbot to stringing together multiple tools to automate multiple steps in a process to make your business flow. And I think it's going to be something that you can actually use very quickly to save you a bunch of time. And I'll show you some of the hottest tools across various different applications. All of them have free tiers except for Microsoft's Copilot. And they also have some starter packages that are very affordable. So if there's one thing I want you to know, you can use AI tomorrow for free, and you could scale it from there very affordably. So a few myths real quick. AI can replace employees. It cannot replace employees, at least not yet. But what it will replace is humans. Humans will replace humans who don't use AI. So humans that use AI will replace those who don't. They will come and steal your jobs, I promise. It is intended to enhance your capabilities, but not replace you holistically. It's too complicated. That's always a myth that I hear. It's a new thing out there. It's brand new to the scene. How, with all of the different aspects of my business that I'm trying to run, how could I possibly learn how to use AI and implement it? It's too challenging. I'm going to ignore it. Maybe it'll go away. Truth bomb, it's not going away. And it's important that you start to use it now so that you're ahead of the game. And again, it will save you tremendous time. Tools like ChatGPT and other chatbots, they're incredibly user-friendly. Like I said, if you can teach your grandma to text, you can teach her to use AI. It's very, very powerful. No technical expertise required for anything I'm going to show you today. So you don't have to be a software developer or a data analyst. You can use it. Again, AI is for big businesses. That's a common myth. I'm a small business. I don't need AI. It's not affordable. I can't implement it. The truth is that it's scalable and can be adopted by any business of any size. It's going to enhance your productivity. All right, so real quick, couple definitions. What is artificial intelligence? This is that broad field of computer science that enables robots and Skynet to come and act like humans. What's underneath artificial intelligence empowers these systems. This is the brain behind AI. It's LLMs. So these are large language models. It's that intelligence system to understand and generate human-like text. These things are called large language models because they are trained on a preposterous and unfathomable amount of data, talking billions and billions of data sets, everything on the internet, all of the books, all of the articles, all of the websites, you name it, it's trained on all of this, all so that I can get a sense of predicting the next word in a sentence. So if you are searching for something and you're looking at autocomplete, that's powered by AI. That's a large language model. All it has done is taken in massive amounts of data about how humans have written in the past and using that to predict the next word. Another news flash, it's literally everywhere already. Things like chatbots, like we've talked about, on websites, answering frequently asked questions about your business. That's a very, very early use case for your business that I would say that you can turn on tomorrow. Especially if your website's built by HubSpot or Shopify or something like that, you can, out of the box, just turn that on tomorrow. Smart assistants like Siri, book your calendars, payments like PayPal, looking for fraud detection, Google and your search results powered by AI, Netflix, and what movie or video you're gonna chill with that night. That is powered by AI, smart cars, navigation, facial recognition, your social media feed algorithms. It's all artificial intelligence. It's everywhere around you, and it's making your day better. Let's make your business better. So, like I mentioned before, you can have very free-flowing conversations with artificial intelligence. But if you want to make that experience better and you want to get closer to a result that you can actually use in your business as soon as possible with one prompt, this is called prompt engineering. There's people with literal job titles called prompt engineering that have just figured out how to have a conversation with AI better than other people, and they get paid many, many thousands of dollars to do it. Here's the secret sauce. So the better you ask, the better AI responds. There's 6 kind of critical things. First off, so in this case, let's suppose that you are a small business owner of a pet grooming business called Paws and Shine. You got to hire a new groomer because you have run out of time and you need another person. So the first thing that you want to do is give AI a persona so it knows who to act like. In this case, you are a skilled HR assistant for a small pet grooming business called Paws and Shine. So immediately it knows I'm an HR assistant. That's my role. That's my job title. Next, you need to make sure to give it context. So again, we're hiring a new groomer because our current team is fully booked, and we've had a 30% increase in appointments this year. So now it immediately knows, what do you want me to do? What is part of my task, and what's kind of the context around it? The next thing, or you can kind of, these will fit in at various places in the prompt, but you want to hit all of these points. The next thing is tone. This is kind of an optional one, but if you want it to speak in a certain way, if you want it to speak like you, over time it will learn that, but if you want to get closer to the type of tone and cadence and language that it uses, you will give it a tone. In this case, I want it to be professional. And next, we'll have the task, so in yellow. So write a job description. It's a very, very specific task. Write a job description. In the format, my green bars are a little wonky there, but in there it shows a Word document. So I want it to produce a Word document on the other side while it produces this job description. And then another thing is include a brief company intro, a list of responsibilities and qualifications, and a call to action for applying. That's that fancy word exemplar. All that means is an example. And if you have another job description that you found online that you really like, well, you can attach that to the chat that you send it and tell it, here's an example of a great job description, repurpose it with all of my business's language, format, pay range, all of the specifics. And this is if you want to send it have it do a pretty big task, like write an entire job description. Sometimes it's very helpful to break each of these components up. So you might just say, write the introduction section to my job description. Write the qualifications that I'm looking for this job description. And you can break up smaller tasks so that it does a better job, goes a little bit deeper, and ultimately you can get that end result that you're looking for. So this is prompt engineering. Now, we'll talk about a few different applications of AI. Don't worry about seeing what's scrolling on the screen. This is just an example to show you how ridiculously long this output is from one simple chat prompt that I gave it. But a very common use case for businesses is in market research. And so in this case, I'm going to talk about a business that was inspired by my Black Lab Scout. Say I'm a small business or a pet owner. I am dissatisfied with the quality of the food that I feed my dog. I love my dog. I want it to live forever. I need to give it good food so it has the longest life that it can. So I decide I can't find anything on the market that I like, so I'm going to start my own dog food business. So what you can do is from a very simple prompt, like I talked about before, I can quickly say within just a few sentences, we'll go back, sorry. Basically to tell it to research the dog food industry. I'm a pet owner. I want to start my own small business focused around organic, healthy dog foods for mid to large size dogs. I don't know anything about the industry, so help me research the entire world of dog food. What stores are they at? What are the competitors out there? What are the key decision-making processes around customers? What do customers really value? Create personas for each of those. All of these things that we touch on during the operations, during the marketing and sales. You can have AI be your co-pilot and your assistant in that. You always want to fact check it. You always want to make sure that everything sounds legitimate. It does sometimes hallucinate. So you do want to, listen and read. But what I wanted you to see here is that this is in particular, you can do this type of market research with tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, Claude, Grok. These are just all those big software companies that you know about. These are all their various tools. In this case, I used ChatGPT's deep research tool. It is on the Pro plan only, but what you see there is that from one prompt, it took 6 minutes, surveyed 35 resources across the entire internet, from websites, from articles, from white papers, from everything in between, cited all of them, and prepared a very, very lengthy, in-depth report around everything I needed to know to get started in the dog food industry. That would take me a long time to do. It would probably take me days, if not thousands of dollars, to pay a consulting agency to prepare a report like this. It cost me $20 a month and took 6 minutes to do it. Now, let's take it a step further. Now I've done some market research, and I understand a bit about the landscape, some of the customers involved, some of the things that make them tick, why they might buy a product of mine. Let's take that a step further. So now also within ChatGPT, it has the reference to the marketing report that the market research that it just prepared for me. I can either save that and use a different tool, or in this case, I'm going with another prompt. Act as a startup advisor. I want to launch a new healthy dog food that is organic and differentiated, inspired by my Black Lab Scout. Who are the key customer segments? What are their pain points? Add depth. List 5 underserved niches and gaps in the market. Customer persona for each, so tying back to those ideal clients, and output a business model canvas. So again, literally within seconds, I don't even show you all of the stuff that it put together about underserved opportunities in the market, a wedge I might be able to find into the space to get me into the dog food industry, what stores to sell it at, should I go online, should I go in-store, how do I market to these people, who are these 3 personas, what do they each care about that makes them unique that I can sell towards them. This is just the business model canvas, and it did this automatically, identified health-conscious pet parents, allergy-sensitive dogs, rescue adoptions, eco-conscious owners, and pet fluencers, which is a nice word that I did not know existed. So the value proposition, what do they really care about? They care about organic, human-grade dog food with functional ingredients, the sustainability around compostable packaging. Maybe they're interested in subscription to order frequently. And so different revenue streams, subscription, one-time purchases, maybe you got a merch line that you're going to drop with it. But these are all things that it spat out in literally 30 seconds off of 2 prompts, and it did all the market research for me. You can use it to plan your marketing strategy, again, after that. So again, these are just couple messages that I'm sending to a tool like ChatGPT. Create a 4-week Instagram and LinkedIn content calendar for an organic dog food startup, content themes, post ideas, and calls to action. So it's going to generate that entire 4-week strategy for me, when I post, what days I post, what time I post, through what channels. And then I can have it go a little bit further and not just do the ideas or the themes of each post, but I want it to actually write a specific 200-character Instagram caption that I can copy paste directly into something like a Canva Magic Studio. So now I've got the caption, I've got hashtags that are relevant, I'm speaking the language of my audience, and within seconds I can go into Canva's Magic Media. I don't know if anybody, I assume most people here have used Canva. If not, it's so much better than PowerPoint. It's a great design tool, but they've got their Magic Media AI systems where you can give a prompt. It will automatically generate an image to accompany your social media post automatically for you. So in this case, I want to go natural, minimalistic Instagram post promoting a healthy, organic dog food. So it generates a couple examples. I can save that image file. I've got my caption. Next thing I do, I've got 4 of these, an entire 4 weeks worth, completely mapped out for me. And I don't know the first thing about marketing, but it's all built out. So I can go and schedule those ahead of time. So now I can go into Business Suite and Meta. I can post directly onto Facebook and Instagram at the same time, schedule it ahead, say, this post goes out Monday, this one Tuesday, this one Thursday, do that for 4 weeks. You literally set it and forget it. I'm done. I don't have to worry about marketing anymore for the next 4 weeks. Bonus tip, if you want to go very targeted and you're doing specific paid advertising, you can also have the AI walk you kind of step by step through on how to build those targeted profiles within Facebook and Meta so that you're actually reaching just the customers that are most interested, age, if you're looking for, healthy, sustainably focused, women in suburbia that have dogs. You can target them and it'll tell you step by step exactly how to do that. Beyond marketing, you can do data analytics and insights. So I don't know how many people here are absolute wizards in the spreadsheets or are great at really pinpointing what it is that serve as insights based on your business, but you can use AI to do this as well. Again, ChatGPT, free tool. In this one, it is the pro plan because it requires something called Code Interpreter so that it can go into your spreadsheet, understand it, and build projections and insights based off of that. But say I launch my business, I've got my small, my healthy dog food, maybe I have a couple products that I brought to the market and I'm selling them over the last 3 months, and I want to give it just a spreadsheet of my sales volumes each month, over month, for each product, and generate some insights for me. So I can give it a quick prompt. Here's my monthly sales data for my organic healthy dog food startup. Can you identify any trends, the top selling products, and what to do to increase revenue next month? Drop in my spreadsheet. Next thing I know, it's already generated a graph for me. So here's my full line of the different flavors that I have for my dog foods. What are their sales volumes? What's the top revenue generator ranked in order? And a full key findings from my sales data from January through March. Which products made the most money, trends. In this case, it recognized that the salmon formula maintained a strong performance across all months, and gave me recommendations to increase revenue next month, like increase ad spend or promotions for the salmon and lamb formulas because they've been the most successful. And the more data you give this thing, the much better it is at actually preparing insights and making recommendations. So I gave it 3 months. If I gave it a year, 2 years, now it starts to account for seasonality. Things happening like Mardi Gras. What kind of flavor? Is there a king cake brand that you're gonna launch? Who knows? So everything that I just showed you is predominantly free tools, and it's literally just messaging AI, like sending a text to your friend that says, help me with my business. They suck, they don't respond. You could send it to ChatGPT for free and get incredible insights in minutes. What I want to show you now is how you can chain together multiple different tools for an extremely simple workflow that can save you, hours. It saves our business hours. I've got my own startup. We're a team of 3, a software development company, and we run sprints, 2-week sprints. We meet every single day to check in, see what each of us are working on, update each other, talk about obstacles, how we might be able to help, and what we're working on next. So we meet every single day. These are only like 15-minute sessions. They're extremely productive during those. The last thing that I feel like doing is spending an hour coalescing everything that we talked about, writing up a full agenda, writing up a full summary of the meeting and action items for every single person. We spent 15 minutes in a meeting, and I'm about to spend an hour and a half on the other side of it just to, document. That can be completely automated with tools that do cost not a lot of money, about $30 a month for each of these with a team of 3. But I'll show you, without any tech background whatsoever, you can put this into practice tomorrow. Again, I'm not a software developer, but was able to figure this out. So here's what it looks like. We have these daily sprints, or these daily check-ins for our sprints. I have Google Calendar. I schedule these recurring meetings on it every day, 5:45 in the evening. We hop on for 15 minutes. I've got the other 2 team members added on that calendar meeting. I've got it connected to my personal favorite AI note-taking tool called Read. That's all Read is. It's an AI note-taker. So it's connected to my Google Calendar. And then I've got Slack for communication, which if all of you are sending emails, I still send emails, but Slack is a really great tool to keep messaging focused with just teams, and you don't have to dig through this huge bath of emails trying to find the messages that you need. So Google is connected to Slack. It obviously houses my calendar. It posts in every day in the morning, meeting details, reminder, link to the meeting, and what we're talking about. Automatically. I don't have to do anything. I literally just wake up, hop in Slack, there it is for me. Next, our team members hop in, they're in Slack, they click on the meeting link, they join the meeting, we're virtual, we're rolling. Since Read's connected to my AI calendar, it automatically joins. I don't have to do anything manually, I don't have to remember to put it in the meeting, it just automatically hops in because it's connected. While it's in there, it's transcribing and recording the entire session. It's transcribing the entire thing, going through that transcription, creating a summary of the entire meeting, what everyone said, action items for every single individual on our team, and then it automatically posts that back into our Slack channel on the other side of that meeting. So that all happens in about 10 minutes. So instead of what used to take me an hour, Reed's hopping in, taking all my notes. I don't have to worry about manually taking notes in my meeting anymore. Neither do any of our team members. We can focus solely on the conversation, totally hands off, only the things that matter to our business during that discussion. It's literally like 4 steps. So like I mentioned, Reed does that summary. It posts it in our Slack channel. We can hop in 10 minutes later, read out all of our individual action items, go and do the work that we did. This happens again the next day. What happens now, tomorrow morning, is Google posts it again. Next week, I've got it on a schedule with Reed to where it posts a weekly report before Monday's meeting. So it catches us up to speed. It reminds us what we were working on last week, what we're doing this next week, and we're all stay on the same page. And I can't afford a secretary, but I can afford a couple of different tools to help us. So in my last 60 seconds, I'll talk you through some of the tools that I use. ChatGPT, again, great conversational chatbot to literally help you with almost anything that you need. I'll send this to everybody so you don't have to worry about taking these pictures. Other tools like ChatGPT that are free are Grok, Gemini, Claude, Microsoft, X, you name it, Twitter, whatever, I guess X is the parent company. Microsoft Copilot's really great if you're a 365 subscriber. So if you subscribe to Microsoft Office Suite, Copilot can do things like summarize your emails over the last week, prepare draft replies so it can rank your emails that come into your inbox by priority so you can label people as important, or it can read through the message and understand what is time sensitive. and put them at the top of your inbox instead of randomly distributed whenever they came. Miro is a great brainstorming tool. It's a visual tool. You can generate boards, whiteboards really significantly with sticker-based inspiration and so much more. Canva is a great design tool. Everything that you could possibly want to design, from your website to your social media posts to your documentation, you name it, Canva can do that, and you can prompt it. You don't have to be a designer to do it. Descript is really interesting, probably something that Jared and his team may be interested in, or Jonah. It's an AI transcription and audio editing for podcasts, so automates it all for you, generates clips that are most likely to go viral, clips the fat in there, the lulls in conversation. Zapier is an AI. This is how you can connect many other tools together and do some really crazy things that we didn't even bother to cover today. We'll cover in a future session. And then Breeze is HubSpot's AI. So if your website's built on HubSpot, if you use it for all of your CRM, for your sales calls and your documentation and everything like that, Breeze is already connected to your whole data set. It's already connected to all your marketing platforms and your website infrastructure. It can coalesce sales calls, reporting, the feedback that you got from those potential clients, automate the latest conversation in your CRM so you don't have to manually do it, turn all of that language into website copy that converts from sales. And it's a really incredible tool.